Woo! Okay, real quick, y'all, and then we're gonna move on. I want everybody to see tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I will be on Miss T Velocity's channel. I dropped her link in the chat, so you guys can go ahead and hit that button and subscribe. I will be over there. We will be doing the 2-time spicy hot chicken legs challenge. And this is a challenge that B Love did. If you guys are familiar with the YouTuber B Love, she does a lot of mukbangs and things like that. And so we are doing the challenge over there. So you can join me tomorrow. Spill It Boy will be there. Rico Report Show and Official D Spot. We will be over there. And so that is happening tomorrow. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I have my lovely, we are here for our regular Thursday night roundup of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I have my folks, Yocrates in the house, and Lil Baby. Lil Baby, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You okay, boo? It's okay if you can't do it today, if you're not up for it. I understand.
I'm just sleepy. I want a nap. See, I want to do a stretching exercise, keep me awake, but then y'all going to hear all of the poses called. So.
Okay. All right. What you talking about, DC? DC said this channel went from X-rated conversation to family on the first 48 to spicy chicken legs. Jesus said, what? When was it X-rated? What we been doing X-rated around here? That's the house of debauchery. That's my brother down the hall to the left. His bedroom is down the hall to the left.
Baby, we were knocking today. Right. I made a bad move today.
What move you made today?
I went over to Mother's site. She said she did a little flash sale. So.
Oh, for her mask? For the mask?
No,
I need to check my mailbox. He sent me a mask last week.
No, not a mask for she put a particular eyeshadow palette on sale, and I was like, "Ooh, I can't give this up."
Oh, you said Mother. I'm thinking about Spill It Boy. What you talking about?
Pat McGrath.
Oh, you know what? I was in the mall today, and I walked past Sephora. I did good. I did not go in. I did not buy nothing. Although I did come home and order some stuff. But that's another conversation.
I'm doing good.
This is the hot sauce that we'll be using tomorrow. 2-time spicy. We'll see how that'll work.
Hey, El Teddy.
What's up, El Teddy? How you doing? Do you know you had an unboxing of undies on here? And that wax thing you said, you talking about throughout the life of my channel? Oh, girl, I thought you meant like today. I was like, what we talking about? Woo, we need to have another after dark. Speaking of which, we need to do another after dark. Maybe me and Ebby will do an after dark when we're together in a couple of weeks. Maybe we'll do an after dark together. Back on No Buy because I'm moving on money. Praise the Lord that Ebby's moving on Monday, y'all. Can we all say amen? Amen.
Amen.
Yes. Amen. All right. I'm happy for you, boo. All right, you guys. So first of all, before I go any further, and I forget, I've made the announcement. I also want to thank my wonderful, wonderful mod, Watermelon Sugar, for the blessing you sent me yesterday. Here's how you know that great minds think alike. So she sent me a blessing yesterday, and I sent her a blessing today. See how great minds think alike? I didn't know she had sent me the blessing before I sent her the blessing. See how we do each other? Just spoil each other. I want to thank you, though. I appreciate it much. Last but not least, thank you to those. I got a couple of Avon orders last night as well. So I want to thank y'all for spending y'all stimulus on me. And for the rest of y'all go on and hit that Avon link and go on get you some more stuff with that stimulus. Go on get you few things with the stimulus.
The spirit of stimulation.
That's right. Stimulate me. Stimulate me. So listen, look, y'all. Look what I got. Notes.
Oh.
Child, I was gonna take notes.
Oh,
now your notes. No, we still going to use your notes because your notes. You have the institutional knowledge. Hey, Star, what's up, baby? You have the institutional knowledge. So as we go through some of this stuff, I'm definitely gonna still need your notes and your institutional knowledge.
But yesterday didn't really give much of anything.
No,
Like,
the
I thought it was
episode
me.
didn't give a lot. It
it
really
was
did
filling
not.
in the mug. Like, I was just like, oh.
There was just a
I got
quick
excited
thing.
for a second, and then I got let down. I was like, I wasted an hour on this.
I feel like this episode was more of a setup for the future. We had a couple of things they set us up. We got
the tide change.
Right. They Dolores mentioned that she's having an event. She's getting this award, and then she's having a reception afterwards. So that's an event coming up. So they gave us that. We get and then this Jennifer situation is going to become a storyline. The drinking is going to become a storyline.
Now, what I will say is, if y'all pay attention, absent of them going on a girls' trip, pay attention. Every episode outside of that has been they're having an event. Because this is still done during COVID.
Right.
And they're trying to have them shoot together as much as possible.
Right.
So just so y'all know, expect an event damn near, if not every episode, almost every episode.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of what we went through. We're dealing with Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, anytime a friend of the show has an event, Shamia, and it becomes a main event, Shamia ain't even, she a friend of the show. She don't have a peach. I mean, she might as well have a peach, but everybody knows her. She's been around. But when she had an event, and then this week coming up, Fallon has an event. We ain't seen Fallon but 3 times this whole season, and she get an event. So you definitely see where they had to be creative in their filming this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm kind of low key thinking that Jackie has been using Pandora's box as a reason to not come around Teresa.
Here's the thing, she might, but you also got to remember, compared to a lot of them that's on this show, minus who? Jennifer. I can't even include Jennifer. Jackie Independent has her own money. So, and if you choose not to do scenes and whatnot, you get docked and paid. But I don't think it's hurting her that much to not do it.
No.
But let's go ahead and get started, because we didn't talked about some things. And
I know, right? Well, the beginning of the episode is Joe's birthday, and the family headed down to their lake house, which was beautiful, by the way. It's a gorgeous house. It was
gorgeous.
That is a beautiful, beautiful house right there on the beach.
And those drinks look good.
The pina coladas that she mixed up.
All they doing is eating and drinking. We have to highlight it.
Right. So now this is what I put in my notes. Joe said for his birthday, all he wanted was for Melissa to put on some lingerie. And she said, married people don't do that. I said, see, next season when your husband cheating on you, they gonna flash that scene back. Because listen, let's be clear. What you did to get him, you gotta keep him. Oh, thank you. Excuse me, thank you. I just talk this up. What you did to get them, you gotta keep them. I don't mean no harm, but the man said all he want for his birthday was for you to put on some lingerie. We know you shop. We know you love how you look and you love your body. Girl, if you don't put some lingerie on for that man,
it's coming off anyway.
I mean, it ain't gonna be on for 5 minutes. He done already told you that. So go and get that man some birthday lingerie. Anyway. I mean, even Jackie said that she do a little something special for the birthday.
Now,
I mean,
I do want to mention in that scene, the real big takeaway is Melissa wanted Joe to talk to Teresa because she feels that if anybody can reach her, which nobody really can, because if Gia couldn't do it, I don't know why the hell you think Joe gonna do it. But yeah. Joe, they convinced Joe. Well, Melissa convinces Joe, listen, we're going to go to dinner tonight with the family. While we're at dinner, I need you to talk to Teresa because this has gotten ridiculous. It's just out of hand now. It's ridiculous, and we really need to just move the hell on. He agreed to do it. They did revisit.
him trying to defend Teresa down to Jackie's party, and they all agreed that was just stupid.
I mean, look, he get a small hand clap of praise for trying, but that's about it, But I find it to be funny that he is putting him so clownish and idiotic. And mind you haven't seen the past seasons or when he and Melissa first came on, but to my recollection, Teresa ain't never did that for her brother. But if he like it, I love it.
Listen, these people. Anyway, moving on. So they get to the dinner.
No, they didn't. You just skipped 2 whole people.
Oh, you know what? Because I wrote. You know what? I wrote my. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. So we go to Jennifer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's not how I wrote. Okay, so my notes are out of order. Sorry, y'all. My notes are a little out of order. Jennifer bratty ass kids is all I got.
That's all I got too.
Well, what I got was
I got a little bit more, but go ahead.
Well, her talking with her sister about their father because they want him to go to Turkey to see his grandchild.
Right.
And so this is the sister saying
Pandora's box.
And Jen says, well, mom is going to be upset and boo da bobbity boo. And they say the next step is to talk to mom. But in watching this, I got upset because it's like you're creating madness for no reason. If you want daddy to go see the grandchild, cool. If you know in your mind your mother's gonna be upset, how about this? How about Jen? You mama, your sister take the daddy, y'all all go to Turkey during this pandemic, and the daddy go see the grandbaby one day, the mama go see the grandbaby the other day, and then y'all bring y'all ass back. Like, it's really that simple. Like, I don't understand why is this such an issue?
Track the coronavirus back and forth.
I don't understand why they gonna take. I mean, we are still in the pandemic. I don't understand why we taking daddy halfway across the world to Turkey. I understand the baby and all that.
Can't you Skype and see the baby? Zoom?
Yeah, I just think. I mean, daddy looked like he ain't, and they even said, "Well, is he up for the trip and all of this and all that?" I don't know if he's up for
flying along could be a detriment.
That's a long ass flight. Listen, when I went to Kenya, my layover was in Turkey. That is not it's not. I mean, if you fly in first class and all that, but that's still a lot. That's a long time for him to be on that plane. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at that altitude, he could form blood clots.
That's a lot. But daddy cracked me up when them kids was acting a fool. He went back in the house there. He did go and change his clothes, but I know he was probably thinking, this some bullshit. Because those kids, that's ridiculous. How many kids Jennifer got?
18.
I think either 3 or 4.
I mean, they were just rude.
She got 21 kisses.
They're entitled. And if you saw when she first came on, it's clear that her children know how to manipulate her. Like in her first season, she went on a girls' trip and the kids were throwing such a fit to where she's like, okay, what do you want me to buy you? I'll buy you something. And their whole attitude changed. So they're all privileged. They're very privileged.
Okay. So they're going to be the kids. They're going to be the kids releasing audio tape of her cussing them out in about 10, 20 years. Okay. All right.
Now, what I would like for you to do is, I forget what season she came on, but you can go to Wikipedia and find out. But at least go back to that season and just see how grand her house is. And see how her children, because she got a grand house, even though they just built that motherfucker. But she got a grand house. It's beautiful. They got level stories, got a basketball court, and all this. They got a lot in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has 18 shitters.
The pool,
a lot of cheap furniture from China.
Okay.
So Dolores is next.
Woo, Dolores. Okay. All right, so we have Dolores with the whole situation with the boyfriend. He renovated his house, and he said, when the house get done renovated, I'm gonna give you a ring, and we're gonna live together here. When he got done renovating his house, he did not give her a ring, so she is now renovating her house, and he don't understand what the problem is, because why you don't spend more time over here with me? And her thing is, because when you didn't give me the ring, I felt like that was you taking a step back. And so, you know, I got my own and I'm going to take care of what I got. Is that pretty much what we sum it up to?
Pretty much. I don't know why he doesn't want to marry them.
Well, what do you think? I mean, you and y'all having the background knowledge of this whole thing. I mean, what do you think it's about? I mean, why do you think, you know?
I guess he's apprehensive of bigamy.
Apprehensive of bigamy.
I was just gonna say, I think this is just manufactured for the show. Not saying they're not in a relationship. I think this is just manufactured for the show, because a lot of this isn't making sense to me. You know, on many different levels, like him not wanting, like the house is built, and he says that she's busy. Now, knowing that her and Frank, wait, what happened? So anyway, so with her and Frank, they renovate houses, flip houses together, and do all of that. And I'm guessing maybe he thinks that's a time-consuming thing, whatever, because you can still propose to her and y'all plan stuff down the line, but then also her being upset because, well, you don't spend time. Ma'am, you know he's a doctor. There are certain professions where if you get into a relationship with a man or a woman that are in certain particular career fields, you need to expect they're not going to be home all the time. They're going to be busy. They might be on call.
Yeah, but she said that that's not what she's upset about. She said when he is home, though, he's not attentive. He's on the computer or he's watching. She's like, I get it that part you can't control, but when I am here with you, I don't get your attention. As a woman, I can feel her on that. If our time is already limited and unpredictable, then when we are together, why I can't get your attention?
Then how Frank get his attention? Go around there with them.
This is what I don't understand. What I don't understand as a new viewer, as someone who is new to this show, what is confusing as hell is that I see Frank with her more than I see this boyfriend with her. And when Frank was up in her bedroom while she was figuring out what she was going to wear to the pool party, I said, what the fuck?
But here's something else though. The reason why I say I really feel that this whole thing is too much storyline is, on one hand, David full of shit, because I don't know exactly what he does in the medical field, but we've at least seen Dr. Aiden a handful of times at some events, like showing up when he could, but also for Dolores. If you want him, how about if you know that he has a day off where he can't be called in, or maybe 2 days, how about you plan an event around his time so you could have him on your arm while you have an event instead of every day? Here's the thing. Whether y'all want to believe this or not, Frank go be at every fucking event. Frank is a cast member and a cast member.
Listen, I want Frank there. Listen, I know I'm going out of order, but with Frank and Joe at that damn pool party over there commentating, listen, that is the show that I want. Okay, they were hilarious over there in the Amen section. They were hilarious. When Marge showed up with her husband, they were like, you could tell Marge dressed him. And then
I looked at that outfit. I was like, yeah, they
did. Walked over there and they were like, Marge dressed you, didn't you? He was like, hell yeah, she dressed you. It was hilarious. Like, I was dying. Like, they were more entertaining than the rest of the episode. But anyway.
And I just want to point out in that scene, they had a whole platter of sliders between the two of them.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah,
so, they did. I guess since we're done with the look, because real talk, Dolores ain't giving shit at this point. Pretty much none of them really give anything. So I guess we can just go to Melissa and Joe's birthday party, where his party had nothing to do with him and everything to do with Teresa being horny. And yeah,
I'm tired of Teresa talking about how hot her box is. Put some ice on it and leave me alone.
I mean, look. If it's that bad, I'm pretty sure she can talk to The Other Night. Why? If y'all know the song, But I'm gonna just say, if you know, just talk to Tony. I'm pretty sure Tony will sit here, give you a little nibble, poke for free. And if you don't want to do it for free, you got some coins where you can pay somebody to do it. Like, I don't really see what the problem is. Like, if you want your rocks off, then get your rocks off. Ain't nobody finna
get a Tinder profile like everyone else.
Well, if she do that, then they gonna blast her ass all over. You know, the
Andy has one.
Okay, well, Candy don't give a fuck.
No, Andy.
Oh, Andy.
Okay. Bravo, Andy.
Well, okay, fuck Andy. So, yeah, back to the part. Nobody care about Andy.
Well, now we're at the dinner, right? We're at the dinner now, right?
Yep.
So they're at the dinner, and we get to see. Now, y'all might be familiar with these people, but this is my first time seeing some of the other family members and wives and spouses and all that.
They don't matter. Look, they don't matter. Those are Melissa's kinfolk. That's it.
Yeah, ancillary.
They don't matter.
Well, I mean, I didn't put no focus into them. I'm just saying that's our first time sort of.
I only had focus on their drinks.
Ooh.
They look good, nice and fruity.
Listen, so Teresa gets there, late, of course, she gets there and she they talked to her. Okay, I'm out of order, but this is kind of what they talked about. They talked about the pool boy. She talked about her pool party, and they talked to her about Jackie. Now, here's the thing that I don't like when people do. She's going to say, well, she said Gia was snorting coke in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm like, don't do that now.
And I'm glad that Melissa and Joe corrected her, but that is not what she said. See, that's what you heard. And that's the problem with people sometimes, because what you heard and what I said are not the same. That is not what she said. She was using a comparison, and she said, what if I said da-da-da-da-da-da-da? And then Teresa had the nerve to say, because Melissa was like, well, maybe you shouldn't have said it at his birthday party. Well, she didn't know I said it. Bitch.
And then called a week yet again. And
I mean, I'm like, why? Like, I mean, I know why, but it's like, girl, first of all, you're gonna find 500 different ways to defend what you did instead of just saying, you know what, y'all right. I was on one. I was drunk. I was on one. Now, Melissa did say something interesting. Melissa said, listen, I believe that Teresa heard the rumor. I don't believe she made the rumor up. Mm-hmm. I just think that when and where she decided to share the rumor was the problem. So that's the third person now that is saying that they've heard this rumor.
Wait. You ain't got to post it, but look at the last thing the DC that posted in the Dago chat. I am not playing around with you.
Send Bolo to Teresa's house.
I ain't playing with you. Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
And look, let her tell it. She like tall, dark, and handsome. I look at Teresa like, you's a motherfucking lie.
Child. Truth be told, she want Joe ass back. But anyway. So all right, so the dinner. Okay, I'm sorry. So what do you guys, what did y'all pick up from the dinner?
I picked up that when people know how to party, when you go to a party, you ain't gonna leave there hungry or angry. You ain't gonna talk bad about how the pool water was dirty.
No, not the pool party. The dinner, not the pool party. Oh, we ain't there yet.
About
the dinner party. We're still at Joe's dinner with Teresa.
That was a big bottle of wine Melissa had put up to her head.
I guess what I'll say is, even though it's not surprising to me, but it is a little bit draining to see, that Teresa still does not have the bandwidth, the aptitude, the mental capacity, the vocabulary, and the wherewithal to be able to at least type a sentence or two into your cellular device, inviting someone to your pool party.
Right, because even though she agreed to invite Jackie, then she had Melissa do it.
Exactly.
Just simple. So she agreed to invite Jackie to the pool party. She's having this pool party. Now she's also inviting the pool guy.
That's not the hang up. The hang up is when Melissa was going through like, okay, I'm inviting this one and who else? Michelle.
Right.
She pulled a Soldier Boy Drake. It was Michelle. I was like, oh, you need to get the fuck over it. Oh. I mean, but oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that was funny. So that was pretty much the gist of the the dinner. She, we found out about the pool party, and she does agree to invite Jackie, even though she really ain't ready to make up with Jackie. She just gonna do it. I think she just tired of them asking her and tired of talking about the shit.
Hey, Miss Honey.
And I'm with her
Hey, Miss Honey.
on that sentiment.
Well, I told y'all I was over the shit. Third episode. Okay, so Teresa pool guy. Joe talks to Teresa getting okay.
Wait, you skipped Marge Jr.
No, my notes are out of order. Like, so this is how because I write my notes the way I think. I just do the people. Okay, this is what happened with these people. Like them going down to the house for Joe's party. I just wrote all of those notes together because all of that went together. I didn't do the back and forth. So that's what I'm saying. They're out of order, but I have I can get to Dolores.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying I'm out of order with it. That's all.
My bad. Go ahead. No, do you, boo boo? Do you?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because that's just how my brain thinks. My reviews are like that too. I just can't. I don't do a whole lot of that back and forth. What? Standing there in my shirt. What? My shirt. It's not your shirt.
What possession of the law is? What they say? What's that saying? They be like, possession is 9/10 or something like that.
Or it'd be 9/10 of an ass whooping. Moving on. So we have Margaret. We meet her ghostwriter, and she talks about the book. Now, the part she already shared with us about the Me Too stuff. She kind of went over that again, but she also talks about her first husband, and she talks about her mom a little bit, and how basically. Now, y'all know this is where I'm going to need to lean on y'all a little bit. Y'all know a little bit more about Marge's background. Y'all told me a little bit about it, but she basically grew up kind of rough. Her mom, I think she was nicely calling her mama a hoe.
Yeah, because her mother had an affair with a married man for 25 years.
I mean, she was nice about it, but I basically feel like that's what she was calling her mama.
Yeah, she was.
But you know what, though? But within that, because on some real shit, I really didn't give a fuck about that scene. But she did say something, and I do feel, and this is me feeling, I'm not saying that all women do, okay? Because I like really be said how what I say ain't what you heard.
Right.
But she said that her mother felt like, her image and her body and everything was her self-worth / currency.
Yes.
So I do, and it comes off like some women actually do feel that way, where you might feel that you have nothing else to give but your physical appearance and use that to get what it is you want. Because she low-key kind of said with her sleeping with her bosses and whatnot, it's almost like even though she didn't say it, you can kind of piece 2 and 2 together to see like, okay, so that's what you was doing and you got that from your mama.
Yeah.
But and then she also said that Jan, I'm sorry, not Jan, but Joe is her current husband, is her first healthy relationship that she's had, and it was as an adult.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm just happy that she was able to find love and actually find somebody that, for the most part, supports her and loves her.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of those serious scenes that they kind of threw in, because I feel like what Marge is doing and the story that she's telling, I think is kind of serious in the midst of this chaos. I do think her story is important, at least so far of what they've shared. I do feel like her story is important. I ain't saying I'm gonna go out and read the book, but I do feel like for the people who are gonna read the book, I feel like it's gonna be in a story.
Well, look, if you want to read a story about what a trout mouth whore done in her past, then go ahead and read it. You can't tell me when you see her mouth, it don't remind you of a trout. Okay, so I'm the okay. All right, I'm the bad one. I'm the only one.
It is wide, but I still stick with the fact that she has some pretty good plastic surgery.
Well, I mean, like with all of this and how it's smooth and everything compared to the previous season. Yeah,
she don't look real crazy.
Ooh.
Now, I just want to bring it to everybody's attention because I know really be no, so I'm playing Pokemans right now.
Listen, He's chasing the pokey of the mon.
Yes, I
All
am.
right.
Yeah.
So now from there is where I now in my notes, that's when everybody is getting ready for the pool party. Is that the right order? Or did I skip something?
Well,
doesn't Marge meet with Jackie for some iced coffee?
No, that was
last week.
Last week. Oh,
the only
my
other thing
bad.
that happened is right before that is Teresa talking with her soon-to-be ex-husband, and apparently, allegedly, he done signed the papers. He ain't asking her for nothing, and they just need to, finalize everything.
Now, do y'all believe that?
I don't.
I think there's something with that house that's involved with that divorce.
Possibly. You know what? It could be but you saying that it might be that she sells the house, give him the full proceeds, and he won't touch what she got. I think that's what it is.
I think it's something with that house too, because even though they made it into part of her storyline, she seems pretty desperate to get rid of that house.
Yeah.
It just seems like because you can tell she doesn't really want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Because that's her dream house. They built that house from the ground up.
They did. They did.
You know what, DC? I'm putting you in the corner with Belize. Where's Belize? I'm putting you in the corner with Belize. Woo! Not Evelyn Lozano. You know what?
I saw that. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Oh my gosh. Moving on. Yeah, so we had Teresa talking to Joe. Allegedly, he signed the divorce papers, and she's like, he ain't asked me for nothing, yada, yada, yada. Dolores is her itty bitty bikini in her bed closet, and Frank is in there seeing what she wearing to the pool party. Now, once I saw that they arrived together, I was like, okay, well, maybe he was there while she was getting her stuff together. But still, I'm just like,
Look, all of us, like, I regardless of what their situationship is, I will say that I do appreciate the fact that they were able to be mature when it came to their divorce proceedings and still somewhat remain friends. Cause I think we've all seen a lot of relationships where two people get divorced and it's just nasty, and over the years they become more bitter and vile towards each other. So I appreciate that.
And you would think that, considering that he cheated on her left, right, front, and center. So
he did.
Yeah, he would cheat on her.
Okay, well, look.
That's why she made that comment at the pool that she was afraid to leave him because she was thinking he could possibly cheat on her.
Okay, but then she also said that she had menses, so she ain't that clean herself.
Now, the one thing that came up, now this was at the pool party. Give me the background with Dolores was a bodybuilder?
No, Teresa. Teresa did bodybuilding last season.
Yeah.
No, those pictures that they showed were old of Dolores. Did you see those pictures they showed of Dolores when they were talking about her butt? And she heard
I might have missed that then. I might have missed that part.
Yeah, they showed the pictures of Dolores, they were old.
She probably was because Frank was a bodybuilder.
Yeah, Frank, he definitely was a bodybuilder. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why you had that gym
when they were at the pool party, they were talking about her butt, and Teresa was like, well, she always had a good butt. And they showed these throwback pictures of Dolores, and one picture was her like she probably was a teenager, and then there was pictures of her in these bikinis, and she was like on stage like she was bodybuilding. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, DC, I think them selling that house has to do with them going away to camp.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. It might be the debt. Yeah, because you got to pay restitution. Yeah, that might have something to do with it too. Okay, Cameron said that's how she met Frank. Okay, so yeah. So she was a bodybuilder. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have Jennifer getting ready. Now listen, in my notes I wrote that they made Jennifer's daughter film that scene. She ain't a bit more care about what bathing suit her mama was wearing to that pool party than the Man in the Moon. You saw as soon as she said we're gonna call daddy, she was like, okay, I said, no, they done made that girl film that scene with her mama. Anyway, who else did we see? We saw Marge dressing Joe. He did not want to wear them red shorts with that blue shirt. He said, but you like olives, Joe. He was like, yeah, I like olives. I said, oh, he whooped. He is whipped. So we had that. And who else came to the party? Who else did we see getting ready? We didn't. Oh, Melissa. Joe telling you, Joe said, had that bikini on when I get there. He was like, I'm gonna hit that. See, Joe.
but with Joe, I'm gonna need for Joe to come a little bit more correct because he gonna get hit up by the Me Too movement right quick because he
Why
has
that's
a.
his wife?
I got it, but he has a lot to say about a woman's appearance and body, what they should and what they shouldn't be wearing. Like again, I don't care. Like that's their relationship, but from what I see and the stuff I see on Twitter, like a lot of people don't particularly like that. So and also it's the other piece of why you want your daughter to wait until she's 20 to sit here and get her rocks off when you had sex at 10 years old. Like people not really feeling Joe all that much. And of course, I understand we're in a patriarchal society, this, that, and the third, but still, we in a different day and age, and he might need
But
to
I
be a
think
little
that's
bit more
normal
fair.
for parents. I mean, most parents did stuff that they don't want their children to do. Like I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but I think people need to chill out because it ain't that serious. That's there is no parent that's gonna say, yeah, I was fucking at 10, so I mean I'm gonna throw my son on his 10th birthday some condoms and say have a good time. Like no parent is gonna do that. Not a responsible one. So the fact that he was having sex at a young age, I get it. And especially that's his little girl. Like no man wants to think about his daughter having sex. I mean,
But
she could be 50
but
and five
but it's
kids. I mean,
But it's even worse. It's even worse when the man is a womanizer and that has not done right by women. Because it's one thing for a man just not to want it, but it's another thing when you have a man that has dogged women, did wrong by women, and now you have a daughter. Because again, sometimes, and I know people like to hear this, sometimes you get your karma back through your kids.
no,
And
you
I
don't.
and the best person I can use to as an example is T.I., the intelligent adjacent Harris. But let's get back to these housewives of New Jersey.
Well, so all right, let's talk about that for a second. I hear what you're saying, and my rebuttal isn't to you. My rebuttal is to the people that are online. And I see what you're saying. Give me shelter. Joe doesn't have that same energy for his sons. Most people don't, and I'm not saying that makes it okay. But let's not act like Joe is an anomaly. Most men do, and the women too. We do not have the same energy for our sons as we do for our daughters. It's just I'm not saying that it makes it okay. And I'm not even saying that I agree with it. But that is it's not Joe. Joe's not making that rule. That is how most men feel about their little girls versus their little boys. We celebrated on little boy. I mean, we can go all the way back when it was expected for a woman to be a virgin, but for men to have experience. Well, who the fuck they gonna have experience with if all the women are virgins? Hello?
Themselves.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's like I get it. I get what y'all are saying. I'm not saying I disagree, but I don't see where Joe is doing anything that the average father ain't doing. I mean,
Right.
and even when he was talking about, like, he was talking about his sister and talking about she need to go put some clothes on. That's his sister. My brother would say the same thing about me.
Right quick, Abby, the whole intelligent adjacent, that came from It's Rocks. I can't claim it as mine. That came from It's Rocks. I got to get credit. But continue, really. I just had to clear it up right quick. That's it.
And I understand what you're saying too, DC, that it has to stop somewhere. I get it. But all I'm saying is I just don't think that Joe is the poster boy for, I don't know. I don't feel like he's doing,
Joe ain't the poster boy for Shiz Naive. Shout out to Lil Scrappy. He ain't the poster boy.
Right. Yeah. And again, maybe it's just me, y'all. Maybe it's just me. So I'm just gonna step left on it.
Except from what we've seen on this show, 90% of the time he does revere Melissa. He does hold her up, and he has allowed her. And I hate to use allow, but let me phrase it. He's used his funds to help her chase some of her dreams. So I'll give that to
him. All right. And I agree, DC, it's a norm, but we can criticize it. We absolutely can criticize it. I'm not saying that makes it okay. I was just trying to figure out how and why this became a poster issue on him. But anyway, all right, moving on. Okay.
Well, we're at the party.
We are at the pool party, and everybody's drinking. I wrote shots. They were taking shots soon as they walked in the door.
And wasn't nothing wrong with it. But see, here's the other thing, y'all. And again, this that reality TV ish that I'm gonna have to talk about. Yes, it is a party, this, and the third. But this is Bravo. What y'all need to understand about Bravo is with some of these events, primarily the trips, but with some of these events, they supply the liquor.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
because they want you to get liquored up.
Do.
So we can get some good footage. I just want y'all to know that.
They do. No, they absolutely do. They absolutely do.
That's true.
I know on the cash trips, they absolutely supply the liquor.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to go to a Bravo trip. Shit. I'll be so motherfucking laid the fuck out on the floor. Probably up on myself. Shit.
Listen, I'm surprised we don't have more alcoholics on these shows. I mean,
well, some people have learned and try to, correct themselves, like Dr. Heavily on Married to Medicine. Now, she still drinks. We know that, but she got called out for that on TV. And because she is a dentist, it's one of those, like, why would you say that? Because that could affect my business. So she had to sit here and kind of curb it. So when the camera's on, you're not really seeing her drinking. But they drink on Bravo shows. Hell, we got a lot of alcoholics. They just know how to hide it. They got a strong ass liver like I do. They know what they're doing.
Oh, is that what it is?
You didn't hide hers.
You said who? Toya? Lord.
Yeah.
Lord.
Okay, well, Toya just tacky, so we not really.
She definitely is tacky. And I just want y'all to know that in my notes I wrote, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see right here. I wrote, I love the guys because they were cracking me up. They just were cracking me up over there having their whole little conversation. So we know that what's her face is coming. Michelle and her husband are coming. So that's the whole, that's the big showdown that we're waiting for, is for Michelle and her husband to come.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I stopped seeing it from Melissa a long while ago, and Melissa really pissed me off this damn episode because when she told, because obviously Teresa wanted to know if Jackie was going to be there, and she said no. And but instead of just saying no, she didn't want to come, she went ahead and said, yeah, because I said that, you were sitting at olive branch, and she said for you to shove it up, you know what, and all this other stuff. So it's like, why are you offering all of this extra stuff? Because now you're literally creating an incident that we don't need. You can sit here and be on both people's sides, play the middle, but you offering up all of this extra. What's going to happen is if this gets back to Jackie, which 9 times out of 10 it probably is, now you're going to have a problem with Jackie. And as tough as she want to come off, and I do believe Melissa got a little something with her, she ain't all that. She ain't got a whole lot there. So I didn't really appreciate that. Like, you can, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, you could have just.
Yeah, because when I heard that, I'm like, oh, this shit really is at a standstill, and I'm tired. I'm already tired. I don't want to go any further with this.
Yeah, I'm like I said, at this point, I'm over it. Jackie is waiting for something that ain't coming. And, at the end of the day, Teresa's winning. I mean, from the point of view of she's filming and you're not. So, I mean, unless you plan on leaving the show, you're going to have to figure out a way
right
to come back around. Like, unless you plan on leaving the show. You know what I mean? So Dolores shows up with her new butt. Everybody's happy about that. Yeah,
I thought you about to say her new man. I'm about to be like, you a lie. She showed up with Frank.
She showed up with Frank, the old one. And everybody is sort of nervous about this whole showdown between Michelle's husband and Joe. They did a whole flashback of, I guess, fights that Joe has been in previous seasons. And Joe went to approach him about it. And it sounds to me sort of like what we said last week, that they agreed to something and they had a conversation about maybe doing some future type things if this is a success. But Joe even said it. Joe was like, why would I split everything with you? It's my event. My name is on it. Like, it's my event. Why am I splitting everything with you? And he was like, well, I thought that's what we talked about. You made a lot of money off of that event. And he was like, but ain't nobody tell you was getting none of it. Like, we agreed. Well, you always told me that you do a handshake agreement. He was like,
and that's when I checked out the combo.
We didn't shake no hands on none of this. He said the conversation was, if this is a success, maybe we can get into, we can do some future endeavors. Because now it does sound like the guy brought a lot to the table, though. He said he got vendors and he did some other things. So it does
and
sound
that's why I checked out the combo, because I'm like, okay, Joe may do handshake agreements, but what about you?
And like I said, we are all too old for this handshake.
Too
too
old
for it. We too old for it. It don't take but 5 minutes. You can write this shit on a napkin.
Sure
I
can.
agree that for this event on this day, we will split the money collected 50-50. You sign it, I sign it, and date it. Let's give it to a third party. Like, it's just that simple. I mean, you know what I mean? At the end, and my thing is, I didn't hear nothing about him taking him to court. So
exactly,
he must feel like what Joe said must be appropriate. I don't know.
But here's the other thing: like, either what Joe is saying is completely true, and you weren't really supposed to get anything, or you know that the money you and your wife are going to get off Teresa's house is way more than what you trying to get out of Joe.
Right, because I did notice that he said after all that, he said, okay, well, can my wife, sell the house now? Because I feel like he might have pushed a little harder if there wasn't something else going. Because he did say, you saw that's how the whole conversation ended. Okay, well, is it okay for my wife? Can my wife list Teresa's house now?
And can I say something else?
Sure.
By the way that this young man was dressed, and by the way his hair or the lack thereof was styled, it really leads me to believe like you really do need this money, sir.
But not when his wife showed up in that damn Rolls Royce.
Oh,
I guess that was for the
that's her money.
I mean, you can rent those too, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm probably for the optics of the show because she's supposed to be like the top realtor in Jersey.
Yeah.
And so top realtors move lucrative property.
Right. Now, Melissa also had some choice words for Miss Michelle as well. While the men were talking, Melissa was like, don't roll up on me like, hey, girl, how you doing? Like, we don't have no problem. She was like, I saw you down at Jack's party and you ain't say nothing yet. You went around to everybody else talking about my husband. Oh, your husband some money. Ma'am, we got a problem. I don't appreciate it. You tell me why you did what you did and let's have a conversation about it. So, and again, old girl backed up off of it real quick and was like, my bad, girl. We good? Like, she backed up off Melissa real quick.
But here's the other thing though. Now, it's two things I want to say. The latter is once the men made up, all that smoke Melissa had was gone. But the other thing is, y'all do know that 9 times out of 10, men, we do make up that damn quick.
Men do. No, men do.
Now that 1/10 of the time, that 1/10 of the time, it's just like, okay, well, hold the fuck on now. But 9 times out of 10, it's like, okay, we got to understand it. We cool. You understand where I'm coming from? I understand where you coming from. Cool. Let's go have a drink.
literally, y'all can literally fist fight and 5 minutes later be playing basketball. Like, I have seen it happen. Like, literally, I have seen it happen. So men are way different than women about that situation.
These are mature men, though, because there are some men that can fist fight. Somebody losing they feelings, so now I got to come back and fight you again, or I'm gonna go to my car, get my Glock because I just got my ass whooped. So that's the 1/10, the 110, you know. But the mature ones, yeah, it's just like, okay, this shit didn't happen. We default. Okay, you good? We good? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, now that's one thing I will say. I have seen that, and that is absolutely something that I have seen repeatedly.
I've seen it on the news.
Go ahead, little baby.
I said I've seen it on the news.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah. Now, once we got past all of that, now it was time to focus on the drinking. Teresa gets the ladies to get in the pool. They're gonna play some tequila pong. The pool boy shows up, and we find out from Joe that he don't like this dude too tough. Like, he was like, that's one of my best friends, but I don't want to mess with my sister because he's a dog.
I can see that.
Do you think that Teresa is interested in him, or she just trying to get her like a friends with benefits situation and she ain't tripping?
I don't think Teresa can pull that off.
I think it was initially let me flirt with you so I can get this pool not only on the family discount, but also the friends with benefit discount. And now that she about to sell a house, now it's just like, you know, she just sell a bit. You know, she sell a little bit here, then she get the rest away. That's all it is.
Yeah, she's
pretty much.
Okay. Now this is where we start focusing on Jennifer. Now the focus has shifted to Jennifer, whose bathing suit, by the way, I did like that Chanel blue piece that she had working, but Jennifer is getting drunk off her ass. Like it's not even. It's listen. And I know again, y'all gonna get me because this is a double standard. Well, it's really not a double standard because it ain't cute on men either. But there's a point of being a little tipsy, a little silly, and then there's that ugly, unattractive, falling out drunk. That is what she was when she was sitting on that damn concrete and she couldn't even drink the goddamn water.
Talking about she had one tequila shot. I said where?
Well, you know, on watch What Happens Live, she said that she stopped counting after 10.
10?
She said
she was going for alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. I didn't think it was cute. I mean, I know we're filming the show and all of that, but I was with Marge when she was like, okay, I'm all about having a good time, but this is a bit much.
She has 18 kids and she has her mama, her daddy problems. They trying to go to Turkey through Pandora's box.
Child.
I'll say, you know, Jennifer is not my favorite. She really isn't. But from when she first came on this season up until now, Tequila is not her best friend. And she gets drunk like this. She really does. And I just got upset, especially with it. Oh, goodness gracious. When it came to what's the girl name? Marge Jr. Because I got pissed at Marge where, okay, hold on, wait, because it's a double piece to this. I wasn't pissed at Marge, but I was pissed at Marge. The reason that I wasn't pissed at Marge is in past seasons, even this season up until this point, Jennifer has been judging the hell out of her for her sexual past. So I feel that in this moment, it's a little bit of get back, but at the same time, it seems as if she's going to use Jennifer being an alcoholic as her storyline, and why make something out of nothing for the most part, because even Melissa is joining in on it. And I don't like that, where it's like, granted, yeah, I want to explore her being a because we've seen it for several seasons, but I'm not a fan of other people using somebody else's ish as a storyline, because I think we can look at other reality shows and see how everybody will make somebody else's issue a storyline so they don't have to talk about their stuff. So that made me a bit upset.
DC, I have to agree. I mean, yeah, 18 kids, 18 shitters. She don't have time between cleaning all of that up. She don't have time for friends, so she clings to that tequila bottle.
It just sounds like a lie. And I remember, and I guess the other reason why I'm because I remember what you guys said to me at the beginning of this when y'all said that she had an alcohol problem. I mean, before this episode, I remember that. So this is clearly not the first time we've seen this.
Right. But, you know, I'll say this also. I tip my, even though I don't have a head on currently, but I tip my hat to her husband, because many
vampire?
Huh?
The vampire?
Yeah, Billy. I tip my hat to Billy, but this is why. Because you have a lot of men, especially those who have certain type of careers where that would embarrass them. Like, oh my gosh. And rather than him get embarrassed, he just went over, got his wife, and took her home.
He did
routine.
Huh?
Probably routine.
But I appreciate that he wasn't trying to shame her with it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was just, and you know what else? Once again, this is where I love the guys. When he was carrying her, they was like, "Yo, let's go help him."
Yeah,
like I couldn't appreciate. Listen, I love the guys. They literally ran over so that they could help him.
So while Melissa like, "Oh my God, is she passed out?" The men, when he worried about that, like, you know what? Yeah, let us help you because we don't want you to drop your wife. Like,
right?
The dynamics are so different.
Right. And that's true, little Mackie. Once they got home, when the cameras weren't rolling, it might have been a different story. But you know what? I can appreciate that too. If we're gonna fight, we ain't gotta fight on camera. Everything ain't gotta be a storyline. I know she fucked up that car though.
Woo!
My thing was, I saw that when I said, as sick. Listen, I've never been passed out drunk, but I have been drunk to the point where getting in a car in that moment was not a good idea. Listen, the best thing to do when you are that drunk is to go on and throw up.
Yep.
Let it come up.
Yep.
Let it get out your system. You will feel so much better. So what they should have done
is
let her throw up
Yeah.
and then put her in the car, because I knew that was coming. I knew that because she kept going, and I said, it's coming. It's coming. Go on, let that girl throw up.
Push her in the wood.
Now, but I'll say this though, but you can tell she ain't a pro at this. Because when you a pro and you drinking like this, you will make yourself throw up and then come back and finish drinking. You don't let your body do it. You know what? I go, you know what? Let me do this now because this ain't finna end. See, she in the shit. She new to this. I'm true to this. Okay.
Listen, let me tell you another trick. Listen, my friends, when we used to go to happy hour and stuff, you know, back in the old days, my friends know when I'm getting to the end, because I always, whenever I order a drink, y'all know my drink, I order a Jack straight. I always order a cup of ice. I don't put it in my Jack, but I sip on it. When I order a cup of water, they know I'm pretty much done. Because an old drunk taught me a long time ago, drink water while you're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep your ratio balanced. Mm-hmm. Because the hangover, people always think, oh, well, good liquor don't give you a hangover. The hangover is from your body being dehydrated. Yeah. So if you drink water while you're drinking, so if she was drinking water too late, when she was sitting on that damn concrete and she couldn't find her mouth, baby, that's too late.
But it's not just that. You also know something else, because you had even said to me when I told you I was I had a hangover. You should have been drinking. I told you I know the tricks. I just didn't care. But the other thing is, when you know you're about to drink, what you need to do is need to make sure that your body is already hydrated before you start drinking. Make sure you have some food in your system before drinking, and then when you're doing this heavy drinking, not switch, but go ahead and get you a little bit of water here and there to keep the party going.
I used that trick Christmas Day, and I was able to drink a whole bottle of champagne.
See, let me tell you something. An old drunk told me that a long time ago. I said, "Ooh, okay."
Well, no,
I from the gin. I know glasses of gin, though.
I know this because when I was in Korea, I was getting ready to, leave Korea to go to Fort Bragg. So it me and somebody else was going away. So when I tell you we were bar hopping, we were bar the fuck hopping. So I had my backpack with liters of water in my backpack. So after we got done with one bar, I'm chugging water as we're going to the next bar. Because by the end of the night, I was, feeling myself. Now everybody else was just slappy jaw. I'm just like, ooh, all right, okay. But again, look, I'm an old school fool, not a new school fool. Don't judge me.
I don't judge.
I'm talking to the chat over here. I'm talking to the chat. Don't judge me.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I don't judge.
Because if you play with me, we can sit here and we can do some drinking. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be standing tall by the end of the night. I'm just saying.
I think you will be too. I'm not.
Well, I'm sipping on my beer.
So yeah, this episode really wasn't giving a lot. I mean, as you could tell, we were kind of sort of nitpicking through some things because it really wasn't giving us a lot. But I definitely feel like this is if you watch enough reality TV, you understand that they got to do the setup. They got to throw the alley-oop up so that we can get to. So I definitely see that this Jennifer thing is going to be a storyline. She sort of alluded to it last night. I usually don't look at what happens live, but it was playing in the background while I was doing something else. And she was on there last night, and she sort of alluded to it blowing up, and it's going to be a situation between her and Marge.
I mean, the thing is, but at the same time, this was building over the seasons. I'm just surprised it took now for it to actually be a storyline. Because when she first came on and she made it clear that tequila is her drink of choice, but she can't hold her liquor when it comes to tequila. Right then, it should have been like, well, let's explore this right now. Especially when you drinking, you sitting here throwing plates and forks, breaking a glass, semi-threatening to stab somebody. We should have been explored this.
It worsened because we're in the last round of Pop Goes the Weasel. And so it's been exasperated. Again, she has 30 children. She has
How you give her 12 more
We
kids?
done went from 18 to 30.
18
Hey, Robert,
shitters.
how you doing?
Oh,
sweetheart?
She gotta clean all of that. All of that she gotta clean up by herself.
You know she got a maid in the house. You know she
I
ain't
know
gonna
good,
be-
right?
And then Bill ain't working.
And
Vampire
honestly,
Bill, she's trying to keep his blood supply at an all-time high. Meanwhile, everybody at the house, like,
Wait,
woman
what
is
wait,
stressed.
what you got against Bill? I like Bill. Bill ain't did nothing to nobody.
He's still vampiric.
oh, what? Don't be using big words around here. To be
Woo.
honest with you guys, and that's the other thing. If you rewind the situation, let me rewind back to that scene with the kids, and I was talking about them being a brat. I, on one hand, I feel like it's disingenuous because we know that they have a maid. So yes, the kids are a brat, but help mommy clear the dishes, help me take the food in. They're not used to that because they're used to the maid doing it. And I'm not saying that still doesn't. I'm not saying that still doesn't make them brats, because I believe that they are still brats. But I also feel like they are not used to being asked to do certain things because she got a whole staff. Like she does.
Well, see, this is why I wish you would have at least went back to when both she and Jack came on the show, because they fell out. Because Jackie does blogging, and she did a post pretty much saying, if you give kids everything, will they turn out to be a decent person? Based off of when she went to her house. And it wasn't even a dig. Like, if you read the whole article, it wasn't a dig. It's just, you give kids everything as long as you're reinforcing, what it is to be a good person and this and that, they should turn out right. But if you give them everything in the world and there are no restrictions, they could potentially turn out to be something, completely bad. And they had a whole season of, oh, well, I'm lavish, you're not, this, that, and third. And at the reunion, when Jennifer found out that Jackie actually comes for money, then her whole face was cracked like, no, your husband makes money. Jackie come from money. So this has been a thing. Even with the kids, it's been a thing.
Yeah.
And her husband is a doctor who performs elective surgeries. So their income has been cut.
That is true, because elective surgeries, I mean, during the height of the situation, even heart transplants were considered elective surgery, depending on your situation, All right, let's hit a couple of hot spots, and then we're going to get out of here for today, because I'm not going to do a separate live. But so let's call it a few things. Don't call it a comeback. New owner of Toys R Us plans to reopen stores before the holiday season. How you feel about it?
Wait, is he?
That's what they said. That's what he said. The new owner of Toys R Us.
Is he gonna get Jenna from Basketball Wives to be the giraffe this time? I just want to know. Okay, well, get y'all too.
Okay. Here's yet another example of why we hate Piers Morgan. He tweeted to Gayle King the following: rather than acting as your Sussex friend's PR mouthpiece to facilitate their ongoing public trashing of our royal family, how about doing your job as a journalist and ask them about all those lies they told Oprah? Wait. America should hear the truth.
Now, hold on.
I don't nobody like your ass, Piers.
Okay, now look, I don't see it for the Doberman picture that is Gayle King. But what he not finna do is, you ain't finna do that. Okay, you ain't finna come for one of our black queens. Not why the hell I'm standing here. Like, little baby, go ahead.
But remember, Gayle said something the other day about, she said that Harry said, that Harry has said that he's talked to his father and his brother, and it hasn't been productive, and that no one has talked to Meghan. So I'm sure that this tweet was in response to that.
But I'm gonna just hold my peace, because I don't want to get this particular live demonetized for going in on
I mean, Abby. Well, no, I'm just joking. Abby probably got it yesterday, talking about killing people. But anyway,
I just want to know what investment he has in the royal family, because they couldn't possibly
be. Are you sleeping with somebody over at Buckingham Palace? What is going on, sir? All
like,
right.
what do you want? She don't want you. And why would she want a married man? And why would she want a married man over 50? And why would she want a married man over 50 who look like you?
Well, look, all I'm gonna say is this. Pierce, one thing that you need to understand, sir, is while you are out of a job, Gayle King still has a job.
Multiple.
And in the words of felon Phaedra Parks, now check that.
Okay. Kanye West worth 6.6 billion, making him the wealthiest black man in American history. Listen, for as crazy as his ass is, I ain't mad at him.
And this is why I still champion for Chrisette Michele.
Huh? What does God do with Chrisette?
I think it's because when Chrisette went ahead and supported 45, everybody counseled her, but Kanye didn't support it 45, and now he is this billionaire. I think that's correct me if I'm wrong, LeBay, but is that what you're alluding to?
Yes.
Oh, okay, praise God.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say because he's still canceled, but I mean he rich.
Not too much.
California theme park advisors ask guests not to scream on roller coasters to limit the spread of COVID-19. Listen, if you can't scream on a roller coaster, then how about you just don't open?
Isn't that the whole purpose?
I mean, just don't open.
Roller coasters for that purpose.
Just don't open. All right, we got two more and we're going to get out of here. Next to last one. IRS to delay U.S. tax deadline to May 17th. I saw that coming when they said they weren't going to process nobody's taxes till February 15th. I saw them delaying the tax season. So for all of y'all people who haven't done your taxes yet, I am one of those people. You have until May 17th now to file your taxes. So the April 15th deadline has been extended a month and 2 days out. Okay. All right. Last but not least, now this is more of an announcement. I think we talked about this. This was a while back though, when I talked to you guys about, I think one time we were having a conversation about podcasts that I like. And I was telling you guys about this podcast that Lorenz Tate and his brother did called Bronzeville. Bronzeville is like the Harlem, but it was in Detroit. It was like Harlem of Detroit back in its heyday. And it was run by a particular criminal family. They were black. I mean, it was sort of like they ran their numbers and all of that, but they were revered, they were respected. And it was sort of like the place to be in Detroit during, the 20s, 30s, around the time of Prohibition. And so the first season, he had, it's a podcast. It's like an old fashioned radio show. So they're acting it out. And Lawrence Fishburne was part of it. Of course, Lorenz Tate and his brother. What's my boy's name? Oh shoot, I can see his face. Eugene. I mean, that's not his name. That was the name of his character. Wood. His brother is the skinny Wood. He the thicker Wood from Wood, the skinny one from The Wire, Barksdale, and then his brother. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Avon's brother?
No. Okay. The guy who played Avon on The Wire.
Him. Wood Harris.
Wood Harris. Thank you. His first name is Wood. Sorry. Wood Harris. His brother is an actor. He's heavy set. He played bald. He played the lawyer on Filthy Rich. He also played a lawyer on The Practice. Y'all know who I am. I just can't think his name right now. Anyway, Steve. Thank you. Steve Harris.
Okay.
He's one of the voices. Wood Harris is one of the voices. My girl from The Have and the Have Nots, the main character from The Have and the Have Nots. She's one of the voices. Yeah, Sumter. She's one of the voices. So they have a lot of these like very recognizable voices. And so season 2. So you go back. You can go. It's Bronze, Bronze Ville, Ville. If you go to all of your podcasts, platforms, you can download it. Season 2 has dropped. So season 1, and it did really well. It did really, really well. I saw Lorenz Tate talking about it and hyping it up. So I have not started listening to season 2 because I had deleted it because season 1 was over and I hadn't heard anything more about it. Even though the way they ended it ended with a cliffhanger. But So season 2 has dropped. If you have not listened to season 1, y'all go back. It's really good if you're into that kind of thing, like that whole historical. But it's also a story about a bunch of gangsters, and they're basically it's if you ever saw the movie Hoodlum, it's reminiscent of Hoodlum, where they're fighting off the white bootleggers trying to take over their territory. And then you have a whole love story. Takia Sumter plays, the sister of the family, and of course she falls in love with somebody she ain't supposed to fall in love with. So so it's cute. It's real cute. It's real cute. So I just wanted to hype that up. Y'all go listen to it. I ain't gonna review it or nothing, but we could definitely talk about it after I listen to season 2. I think the first 3 or first 2 episodes have dropped, so y'all can get caught up, and they're not long. While you in your car riding around, you can listen to them, child. Anyway.
And also, I would like to add, Really B is reviewing The Wire. She was currently in season.
See, she about to get smart. She about to get smart and talk about how I'm behind. She about to talk about how I'm behind on The Wire. I know. I am in season 3. And I actually was gonna watch the episode this week. I'm behind on everything, you guys.
Okay, but if you're behind, then where is the lie? I don't I'm not getting it.
Say what? If I'm behind, then where's the what?
So if you're behind and she was going to call it out, why would you be upset if she's not lying?
Exactly.
Oh, so it's 2 against 1? That's what we're doing?
There's no double team here.
All I'm saying is
wait, Really be right quick.
No one's attacking you.
1. I didn't say nothing when we do these Basketball Wives reviews. And I'm the odd man out. I sit here and I just take what comes my way. You not finna do it. You not gonna do it.
Facts. That is facts. But
don't you dare cry.
That actually brings me to something I do need to address. I have no idea. I've been getting a lot of comments under my videos saying that my videos are cutting off. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what the problem is. I'm not cutting them off. I promise you I'm completing videos. I'm rendering them the same way I've always done and uploading them. I do not know what's going on. This is a brand new computer. It is not even a year old yet. So I don't know what's going on. I apologize. I will work on it. That's all I can do because I don't know I know I ain't no tech person, so I can't tell you why the videos are cutting off because I'm not doing it. But thank you guys for letting me know in the comments because I do go back and look at my reviews, but I ain't gonna lie and say I look at all of them. So some of them I see, some of them I don't, because I'm watching other people's reviews too. So, it gets a little bit much when you try to watch all your people and watch your own stuff. It's like, hell, I know what I said, but sometimes I do go back and if it's one that I thought it was particularly funny or whatever, but I do not, I did. So thank you for letting me know. And all I can say is that I will see what's going on because I don't know what's happening. Once again, I want to thank my folks, my co-hosts for the live Real Housewives of New Jersey reviews. Yocrates, make sure you guys are subscribed over to his channel. He reviews shows as well. Obviously, he talks about some Real Housewives. He's got New Jersey, Atlanta. He's binge watching Beverly Hills, so he said he's gonna do Beverly Hills. So maybe, and Lil Baby also watching Beverly Hills.
No,
so maybe we can do that, do a live Beverly Hills as well when we.
No, I've already binge watched Beverly Hills.
Oh, so he's caught up. So he's ready to rock and roll. Have we got a start date yet? Normally,
no.
I was expecting a trailer to drop because I know they've done filming, and we're
all I know is they've done promo shots. Because I've seen most of them. A trailer is around the corner because normally they do start next month.
Because we're what episode was this, y'all? Was this episode 5 or 6?
I believe New Jersey? 6.
Okay, so it's got to be right around the corner. I'm thinking that the start date is probably going to be sometime. If we haven't gotten a start date yet, I'm thinking May. I'm thinking sometime in May. Because we're already halfway through March. Maybe either it'll be late April, early May. I'm thinking. So
I don't know if they finish wrapping. I do know I've seen an entire cast photo.
And I know that Beverly Hills used to drop on Wednesday night, right? Didn't it do Wednesday night, Lil Baby?
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay,
when is Dallas wrapping up?
I don't know. Dallas ain't giving me nothing, y'all. Dallas ain't giving me nothing. I haven't even done my review for this week. I'll probably do that tonight. Although my girl Mama D was there. I love me some Mama D with her evil ass. But anyway, I don't give a cat's rip. Anyway, I don't know when Dallas is wrapping up, but I'm thinking Beverly Hills is going to be either on Tuesday or Wednesday night. I'm saying that to say that we can probably do a 2-for-1 like we were doing with the Salt Lake City girls. We could do New Jersey and then we could do Beverly Hills and do it that way. Rather than doing 2 separate lives, we could just do a 2-for-1. Because I'm sure I'm pretty certain it won't come on Thursday night. It'll come on either Tuesday or Wednesday night. So I thought it was Wednesday nights. I thought it was coming on Wednesday nights. But we'll make sure.
For her to shame last season.
Real quick, let me do this unboxing before I get off of here. I was just saying at the beginning of this live, I got to check my mailbox because James sent me Philly Boy, aka Philly Boy TV, sent me some masks, and these are the masks, and I this is way more than what I thought. What did he send me? Okay, so this is the mask that I asked for. Wonder Woman.
Now you need matching underwear.
What? Okay. And then he also sent me this. This looks like a blouse or a shirt or a dress or something. What is this? What did he send me? Oh. Hold on. Let me make sure I got it right here. Hold on. I think this is going to be Abby approved. Oh, this is something for... Oh, yes. This is nice. This is like something I can wear down to the beach and stuff. Okay. 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 All right. I'm going to have to... So let me call him when I get off of here. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
And I will see y'all whatever the next time, we do this. Because it may be before next, y'all be popping up. Sometimes if I think I'm talking about something good, I just send him the link, honey. And we know Lil Baby is always in the chat. Lil Baby's always around.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And again, don't forget Ma's been dropping that link. Don't forget to go on and get your Avon now. Go get your Avon.
Avon. Get your Avon here.
Go on and get y'all that Skin So Soft. Get y'all stimulus Skin So Soft. Go on and get you some stimulus.
So soft. I cannot.
Some stimulus Skin So Soft. Okay. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Bye.
How many